Hello, thank you for tuning into this video. You may or may not have watched the previous video that it talked about mortgage forbearance and just all of the stuff that's going on with rents being due, mortgages, deferments on all kinds of payments of, credit cards, car loans. Make sure to watch that video if you haven't. This video specifically is going to be about the CARES Act and the stimulus that they're pumping into the economy. So make sure to watch the video to the end. This is Dale Snyder with the Snyder Group, Team Driven Real Estate.
Mary Preheim Group, Team Driven Real Estate. Nice to have you guys here. All right, Dale. So CARES Act, there's a lot to it.
Yeah, there sure is.
It's definitely a lot to take in. So basis of it, $2 trillion economic stimulus legislation that's here to supposedly help Americans and kind of fuel our economy with some funds to get people by during this time. So I know the single adults income up to 75,000 will get 1,200. Married couples with no children earning 150 or less will receive 2,400. And then there's head of household and other things there. Qualifying child's under the age of 16 or an additional 500. But we do have a link in the email here that gives you the full details and more information.
Yep. And I believe those checks are supposed to hit accounts. Is it middle of the month? Around the 15th or so is last I heard. I know things are changing.
Yeah, they were saying April 5th or 6th, and then they pushed it and said middle of April. I've heard some things that are saying maybe possibly 6 to 8 weeks. So it's everywhere across the board.
Got it. Okay. All right. So the CARES Act, basically where it came about is, correct me if I'm wrong, this was declared a national emergency, or what's the wording? Is that what it was technically called?
Yeah, I have the full-blown Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security is what CARES stands for. The C.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So there's several segments to it, and this is what confused me in the beginning. And, it's my office manager, is the one that has submitted all this for us as well as small business. So
Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah, thanks, Aaron. But there's several parts to it, right? So there's one part where there's potentially like a 10 grand check if you apply for immediate relief. Then there's the PPP, which is for to help cover expenses for small businesses, right? And then there's a loan
protection program. PPP is the Paycheck Protection Program. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a loan component to it also that is on like a 3.75, 4% interest rate. And so there's several layers to this, right? So some of you that are small business owners, you're going to get different types of relief. Some of you are employees that may have been laid off. Right. So there's different levels of relief that's being put out there. Right.
Yeah. And the email has kind of the 4 breakdowns of the options for small business owners. The economic disaster loan program that you talked about, the Paycheck Protection Program, the small business debt relief, and the small business payroll credit. And then individuals needing to file for unemployment. There's also in the CARES Act some additional stimulus and funds there as far as unemployment as well, up to $600 a week. And then there's the personal tax relief, like your rebate checks, that first information we talked about, that's in there as well. So that kind of covers the full gamut of everything.
Yeah. So as small business owners, what I'm understanding from it is the operating expenses are going to be forgiven, right? And we're just having conversation here. I'm not a CPA, not an attorney, have to give my disclosures, right? But from my understanding, it's payrolls, rents, utilities, that portion.
That you used it for those things.
Correct. And there's going to be fine print and more coming out about it. But correct me if I'm wrong, it's up to $200,000, right? Because remember, small business can be people that have 30, 50 employees. Right? It's not just people that, like you and I, Mary, that have, 3, 4, 5 employees. These are still small businesses that can have, a lot of employees. And I'm sure there's criteria on the amount of employees and all that stuff that you
when you go on and actually do the application, there's a bunch of breakdowns with employees. Like I don't remember all of them, but I think it was less than 5, and then like 5 to 20, and then 20 to 50, and 100 to a 500, and 500 plus. And so, yeah, all different businesses and different categories are in that application, and it's going to change and vary. On the Paycheck Protection Program, it goes up to 10 million. But I know as like sole business owners, if you maybe you're an S corp and you pay yourself a salary, you can use part of those programs even to it's 3 times match. So if you pay yourself $25,000, you could get $75,000, right?
Yeah, that's
So
right. That's right.
a lot of nuances about it.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically, if you have questions, reach out to us. We're here to help. And, you know, reach out to your CPA. You know, the more conversations you can have, the better. And you want to get out front of this and apply as quickly as possible. Because here's the reality of what's happened. In 2008, the market turned, right? But there was still business, right? 9/11, it slowed down a lot of the economy, but it didn't shut down the economy. Our economy has been shut down. So relief is coming to protect us all, you know, I don't know if you have anything else to add, but, you know, we really appreciate your time. We're here to be a resource, just like we were back in 2006, 7, and 8 during the foreclosure crisis. And we want to continue to be here to help and guide you or your friends or family through this process as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions, right? A phone call to us does not just mean I want to buy or I want to sell. It means I have questions. What's going on with the market? How does this affect my home value? What is things looking like down the road? I know that's another video that we're going to be sharing with people is market stats. How many homes are moving? Is there actually transactions going on right now? What's going on? So we're just here to talk and dialogue and walk you through a lot of that. Just because you call us doesn't mean that we expect a deal to happen right away. We're a resource and we want to help you and just really provide a lot of hope and positivity because we need that in this market right now, and just be here for you.
Yeah, that's right. As I've said from day one is, you know, our responsibility is to help you keep a pulse on the market so you can make informed decisions for whenever the time is right for you and your family to make a real estate transaction. And we just want to be here to interview for the job when it comes. That could be in a month, 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years down the road. You know, we've been in this business a long time, and this is about helping and serving the community. And the more informed we all are, the better the decisions we can make.
Absolutely, 100%.
All right, well, thank you so much. We're gonna have another video talking about the market stats and what's really happening in the real estate market right now. And again, we're gonna be doing a weekly video on this, and we'll have more info coming. So this is Dale Snyder with the Snyder Group, Team Driven Real Estate.
Mary Preheim, Preheim Group, Team Driven Real Estate. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.